Hey guys, Rock here, Island Pond, Vermont. Today I got a 2006 Polaris Sportsman 500 HO EFI. So we're gonna do a walk around this thing, and then I'll do a test drive, and we'll see how it goes. A little top speed test at the very end. So this is pretty much a stock machine, and this is what is it? September 11th, I think, 2021. And this four-wheeler is a 2006. It literally only has it's less than 200 miles on it. It's got 186 miles on it, 26 hours, something like that. This thing has never been used. I actually bought it out of a storage unit. I think it's been there for the past 10-15 years. But anyways, as you can see, very clean machine. These Polarises are nice. They got a nice little integrated storage box up front. You just twist those. Somebody put some rifle or gun rack on there. Got a nice little storage box up here, which is nice and handy. Also, you can get to your coolant fluids and fuses under there. Shut that. And let's see, back here we do have a little storage compartment as well. Actually a decent sized one. So that's a handy feature. But as you can see, this machine is just so clean. The red paint is still all over the suspension components. It really hasn't been anywhere. So anyways, as you can see, clean machine, nice. One thing I did have to do is, it's 2006, so it's like 16 years old. I did have to replace the tires because they were weather cracked from sitting low in a cement pad. But so it's got some new tires on it. There's the speedometer. Oh, this is a nice feature of the, I'll show you on these mid-2000s Polarises. They have a reverse light. You can flip that, little work light in the back. Might not look like a lot right now, but these white lights, at night they do help big time. It'll shine up pretty decent area in the back, so that's handy to have. None of the new ones have that anymore. But yeah, right there, 182 miles. We got 21 hours. So yeah, you get your two-wheel drive, all-wheel drive switch there. And yeah, anyways, let's hop on this thing. Let's hop on. So typical Polaris. This one's fuel injected, so there's no choke or anything, which is great. Great for all weather starting. Just turn the key on. You can hear the fuel pipe. Oh man, too early this morning, I guess. You can hear the fuel pump cycle, and then you just turn the key like you would a vehicle, and it fires right up. Very easy. To control your speedometer, to go through your functions, it's right here. Shows speedo, reverse, override. So you just hit that once, and then so this is your trip meter. If you want to reset that, you would hold the yellow override button down and it would reset it. So this is our RPMs. I like to keep it on that. Very easy shifter. You got reverse. Well, you got park all the way to the rear, reverse, neutral, high, low, and then high. So Polaris kind of did they put the low and the reverse, right together. Well, you got neutral in between, but for when you're plowing or working this thing, you can go right from low range to reverse, and that's what you're gonna want when you're working. For trail riding, we ride right in high range, two-wheel drive. Yeah, let's give her a whirl. There's all these Polaris Sportsmans, they just ride amazing. They got a big cushy seat, and they just got soft cushy suspension. You can turn the rear up a little bit. I don't think you can turn the front up. You can't. These are McPherson struts, so can't turn them up, but so it's a nice quiet machine. These 500s are known to be reliable, and yeah, they're nice, quiet. A lot of hunters like them because you can kind of sneak into your stand. I mean, they're not silent, but they're a lot quieter than, say, I got a Sportsman 800 at the house. I'll probably do a video on that one next once I get it done. And you know, that one's kind of noisy. Great power. I mean, it just trumps this thing in power, but it is it's a little noisier than this, so it's kind of nice to have. So yeah, anyways, I'm taking it easy on it. It's a little cool out this morning, and I just started this thing up, so we'll get warmed up here, and we'll make sure we show you what kind of power it has. You know, it's not a powerhouse, but it does go good. It's a 500, so we'll test the full drive out right up here on these rocks. Polaris is usually it's a quick acting full drive system, so it's nice. You can run it right in all-wheel drive. I'll put it right in all-wheel drive now, and you don't get much steering input like you would on, say, a Honda or Yamaha, something that locks the front end. Now this one, it's sensing the wheels basically, so we'll throw it in low range, go up this nice and slow, make sure the full drive kicks in real fast, and we'll see how she does, because some of the machines have trouble with this when it gets off cambered. So right there, didn't even spin a tire. That's what I like to see in a four-wheel drive system, or all-wheel drive system as this Polaris is. Yeah, of course, this is a heavy machine, so you get the weight too, because a lot of the machines, sometimes I gotta back up there, and it's a little hassle getting through there, but this one didn't seem to bother at all, so it's nice. So with the Polaris, this one comes stock with 26-inch tires, which gives you almost 13 inches of ground clearance, which is quite nice. That coupled with the weight, I mean, it stays pretty balanced. You would think 13 inches on an ATV is quite high. I think it would be a little tippy on the sides, but with the weight behind this thing, it's really not. Good handling machine, especially for the weight. It doesn't handle bad at all. Yeah, so we're gonna try the rock pile up here, really test that four-wheel drive and the ground clearance, because there's only a few machines that this thing doesn't bother. We'll give her a whirl. There's just a lot of, it's just a small little rock pile, but there's nowhere to get around it, and they're just kind of small, steep, or tall, I should say. But yeah, so get in here. Definitely throw her in low range, because any of these machines, when you're going through real slow, you want to have them in low range, otherwise you risk burning the belt. And then all-wheel drive. A little swampy through here. That doesn't help things either. It's mainly these rocks right here. You can kind of see that one in the center where it's all white on the top. That's where a lot of my machines hit bottom. This one probably will too, just because it's just barely though. But yeah, pretty impressive. gets good traction and good clearance, and it can it just goes through that stuff like nothing. Most of my Sportsman 500s, they've been top speed. Usually you run out of room before you run out of engine, basically. They're geared a little bit higher than what I don't know, to get the maximum power out of this thing. They're geared a little too high, I think, because you can run down the road we're going to run. I haven't tried this one out yet, but my other 500s, and you can basically, the motor wants to keep going, it just doesn't have quite enough power to get to that top speed of the transmission. So that's why I'm saying I think they're a little too high geared, but they do well. I mean, you can run this, right now we're in high range, we're running this stuff, and it's going fine. We're going slow, you know, we're doing 5 miles an hour. As long as you're not really up hills at a stop, hammering on it, trying to get it to go, you're fine in high range. So as far as handling, I mean, it's not bad. Obviously, anything with EPS or electric power steering will give you, I mean, it's just a lot easier. You know, you definitely feel the feedback on this from all the stones and stuff. So while we're going downhill here, this one has engine braking, and what this does is basically you can let go of the gas and it will slow you down. It does not freewheel like some of the ATVs do. Great feature, saves on the brakes. I love it. I hear some people take it out for some reason. I don't see why you would, unless, I don't know, you like coasting down hills trying to save fuel or something, but I'd rather save my brakes. You know, if you don't want to coast this slow, just get onto it with the gas. This is in high range, let alone too. If I put it in low range, it would go even slower, so very handy feature. Alright, we're gonna get on some of the fast-paced trails here, and then we'll do the top speed when I get out to the road. Right there, we get up to 45, no problem. There's definitely more to her than the 45. I'm guessing around 60 if we got a long enough stretch. But find out. Yeah, this stuff, these like slow loops, when you're just doing like 25 through them, man, you can just feel the suspension working, and it rides great. It really does. And this huge cushy seat helps you too. Here's the road. And we'll do a little acceleration from here. Hands are a little chilly. We'll see what we can do. Alright. As you can see, she picks up to 30 real quick. There's 40. And what are we running? We're running about, actually this one's, it must be geared a little differently. they're running almost 6,000 RPMs right there. Like, now there's 6,000, so it is still climbing on the RPMs, but it's bouncing back and forth. We're doing about 55. But it almost seems like it's governed there because it's bouncing from 5,900 RPMs to 61 or so. So I'm thinking that's where it's governed. But about 55 you can get out of this one, which is pretty good. But yeah, anyways, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Got plenty of others on there with different machines and stuff, so check them out. And yeah, anyways, have a good day. Thanks.